we still here? Just to suffer? Every night, I can feel my leg, and my arm, even my fingers. The body I've lost. The comrades I've lost. Won't stop hurting. It's like they're all still there. You feel it too, don't you?
Pepe hands for the current Guild Quest mode. Damn. A little bit of mixed feelings on this, but I guess I'll get into it as we look into this version update and this revamp that's coming. But anyway, yeah, what's going on, everyone? It's Kochyy here, and I'm going to be talking about the Guild Quest revamp. So I'll just go over the news posts. I have everything uploaded here. It's just easier, I guess. But anyway, so we'll read off from here. They're planning to make improvements to Guild Quest in the near future, the near future being late April. It will change weekly, so make sure you do your 3 daily Guild Quest passes. So no more 2 rounds per week. Instead, it'll just be 1 round for the whole week. It won't change midweek, basically. So, I mean, I guess that's less time spent on switching things up. You just have to focus on 1 thing per week. But anyway, as with the current system, the new Guild Quest will be single player quests that you take on with a team of 3 characters. All right, so far the same as what we have. You'll receive rewards for playing each day, and your best scores will contribute to your guild score and ranking. Okay, same. At the end of the week, all members will receive rewards based on the ranking. The new Guild Quest will be shorter though, with a time limit of just 1 minute. So definitely a lot less time spent, because it seems like it'll be a lot shorter instead of Guild Quest with the 3-minute timer. Now it's only a minute, so there'll be a lot less things to do and I think to worry about. So overall, you'll be expected to spend a lot less time doing these Guild Quests. But we'll keep reading on and we'll see what else they have to say. We'll make further announcements in the run up to the release of the revamped Guild Quest. All right, so here are the rules and everything. This is where I wanted to just point out something. So in Guild Quest, you're awarded a score based on the amount of damage you deal and your remaining time upon clearing the quest. So this first line is kind of like a red flag to me. You're awarded a score based on the amount of damage you deal. So when I read that, I immediately think of it's catered towards Transcendence units, because what are the hardest hitting units in the game? Transcendence, right? Or units that have Transcended. So I have a feeling, not a feeling, I guess a fear that it's just this kind of mode will just be so heavily focused on who has the most Transcendence units. They really, Caleb really seems to be pushing that Transcendence feature. They made it integral to multiple game modes, with epic raids, farming them for materials there. Now they've made it for, then there's Chronicle quests, farming it there. And then even extreme co-op now, the metal exchange for that has epic raid, or I mean not epic raid, but Transcendence materials like scrolls you can collect. And now, although max transcended characters were good in Guild Quest before as well, you didn't always need them, and it wasn't based on your damage dealt. This seems like the more damage you do, the more score you get, and now they've kind of, squeezed that into Guild Quest as well. So I don't really like how that has become such a heavy focus in multiple aspects, even PvP. Good luck fighting without Transcendence upgrades. That mode's already garbage, but Transcendence is such an important feature there, because you just get stomped if you're just using base characters against people that have upgraded their units. So I don't know, I don't like this line here, based on the amount of damage you deal. Like I said, I think it caters more to Transcendence. People that have 5 out of 5 units or whale will probably have a better or an easier time of this, because you have more potential for damage versus someone that's just, summoning free to play, just getting by. But, that remains to be seen. That's just the first red flag that popped up. Your team for Guild Quest comprises of 1 character that you control and 2 more characters who act independently. So your choice of support characters will be very important. This is interesting. I don't know. I don't really like this either. if you guys played Guild Quest when they first came out, you could have a support unit, which was someone from your guild. Their lead character on their team one would randomly show up sometimes in the run, and they would help you. But honestly, it was so bad because they would just randomly use strong attacks and stuff like that and just push mobs around, and it would screw with your own strong attacks. So say like you're going to use, your SA3, and it would clear a room normally. They would use a strong attack and push a mob around, and then your SA3 misses and it doesn't room clear. It had really stupid mechanics like that, and at least everyone in my guild or everyone that I know really didn't like that feature. I felt a lot of people that were more casual with Guild Quest and didn't really care too much. They're like, oh yeah, this is cool because I guess they needed the help to clear the quest. But like when you're going for the best score, it was not helpful at all. They'd kill like combo waves. They would, just interfere with your run, and it would negatively impact your run basically. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. This like independent AI stuff. I don't know. I feel like they may interfere with your run in this as well. I don't know what the meta could be for that. You use a flurry character or something. Either way, they're going to use strong attacks, and that's the other thing. Like the auto AI in this game is so bad. So like if there's like guard and like melee or ranged guard, like I have a feeling like they won't use their strong attacks to break guard, even though they can, and they'll just be spamming normal attacks. I think it's just going to be a huge like just mess, honestly, in that respect. Like the AI is so bad, they're just going to be like standing around and stuff, kind of messing up your own flow and your strong attacks and everything. So, but I guess that's remained to be seen how these modes are kind of structured, but not really happy with the AI acting independently in your own quest. I always think that's really stupid. The AI in this game is really bad. But anyway, moving on. So the main points. Guild Quest teams are made up of one character you control and two characters who act independently. We already talked about that. So characters with the correct killer do 5 times damage. So it's let's see. Wait. Did it say something? Take on, you receive rewards, your best scores will be contribute to your guild score. Okay, so there's still rules. So there'll be, I'm not sure what the rules could be if they will still implement bonus, because they say here characters with the correct killer do 5 times damage. So it's like inheritance zone or droplet zone, where if you have that killer, you always do damage or extra damage. But based on the previous line, it says rules will change weekly. So I'm guessing on top of this is just like a built-in core feature of the mode, but there'll be more rules on top of that. So there may be like strong attacks or ranged attack ×2. Maybe they still use that stuff, right? Ranged attack ×2, melee attack ×2, that kind of thing. But so I guess you still have to select around the rules, and if you pick units, if you think of it maybe like Senkaimon, you pick units that fulfill the most amount of like the most rules and do the most damage, then you can get the most score, maybe like that. But yeah, we'll have to see. So the enemies come in 5 waves. So you have, I'm guessing, once you all defeated all enemies in one wave, the next wave will appear. So I'm guessing it's basically just it's what I'm imagining in my head is you're in a room, you have 1 minute on the clock, and then it's like wave 1, kill all the enemies, wave 2, and you have to kill all 5 waves within a minute, and the fastest time or the most damage dealt is how you're going to get your score. I don't know, when I see this, like, I think they basically turned the current Guild Quest mode into like Call of Duty like zombies. That's what it feels like. It's like a wave-based survival mode, and I don't know, I'm not like, I like Call of Duty Zombies, don't get me wrong, but that's like a way different, like compared to this seems kind of just, I don't know, just a little brainless. You're just spamming strong attacks for like a minute and then you're done. I don't know. I'll say, like, for all the things that were wrong with the current Guild Quest system, there are a lot of things I did like about it. Like, it forced you to, be creative and think of ways of how to clear rooms effectively and quickly. And I'd always remember seeing other people's runs and being surprised and like, oh man, why didn't I think of that? Like, that's such a smart way to clear this. or something like that. You know, it still remains to be seen what this mode exactly will look like the finished product. But just based on this, it sounds like that, you know, creativity and how you're using strong attacks to clear rooms, it's not there anymore. You're just gonna spam, you know, your full screen Havoc characters. Just use a strong attack. Just, you know, press the button, everything dies. You're done in under a minute, and you know you get on with your day. I don't know how I feel about that. I like that creativity aspect with the current system of Guild Quest. Now it feels like that's gone as well. Anyway, next point. It finishes when you have either completed the quest, when the timer expires, or when your character has been knocked out. Okay, so that's pretty standard, I guess. But I mean, you would never complete a quest as it is now if one of your character dies, you know, because you lose the damage bonus and everything. You'd reset. That's the thing. We'll have to see if you can reset these modes or not. I'd prefer if there wasn't resets, honestly. I'll talk more about the current Guild Quest mode and what changes I would have wanted to see. But anyway, your score is calculated based on the amount of damage you deal and your remaining time. So this is the thing. That's interesting, I guess. I wonder if the enemies in this mode will be so strong that you will need Transcendence to clear it in like a reasonable amount of time, or if it's basically saying that like if you do overkill damage, it's calculating that as well. You know, it's calculating like the full damage of what your strong attacks would be, so you just need to hit as hard as possible. I don't know, we'll have to see. And then no score rewards will be awarded if you quit the quest. So these are the main points. Schedule, the special rules and enemies will change every week. So like I said, you know, you can just stick with that one thing for a week, no midweek switch. For me, that's, you know, less time I need to worry about as well. It was nice because it changes things up a bit, keeps things a little fresh, but I don't mind. I have more time on my hands in this regard. You'll be able to check details of the weekly rules from the news or help screens when the revamped function is released. And then lastly, we have the rewards here. So I think I saw someone point out that we never got Brave Soul tickets before. Is that right? I don't remember getting Brave Soul tickets from Guild Quest Lottery. I remember seeing all this other stuff, right? But not the Brave Soul tickets. So I guess that's an addition, I guess. But the better rewards we will receive. So it says we will release a full list of available rewards. So there's more in addition to this stuff. Interesting. So I guess we'll talk about the current Guild Quest mode and my thoughts on it. So overall with this revamp, I guess before we get into that, overall with this revamp, I don't know, like I said, mixed feelings about it. Based on what this says here, this wave-based thing, like I said, it seems like they've just turned it into like some wave-based survival mode, and I feel like it's lost. They've basically more or less killed the current Guild Quest system, and I feel like this is kind of a bit brainless. You just kind of, you know, you're just going to use your SA3, SA2, like you're just going to spam your strong attacks and clear as fast as possible. It seems really brainless and easy, and it rewards transcended units a lot more. That's just my first impression on it. But the thing with the current mode of Guild Quest and the issues I have with it. So the first things is combo and comboing vortex characters, all that. I think it's horrible. I think the concept that you need to keep a new unit that you've pulled level 1 specifically so you can get higher score in a different mode like Guild Quest is just such a weird concept and such a weird system. So I'm glad that what it appears to be based on this is that you don't need to combo. You don't need to have a combo character, and that's good because now you don't have to worry about keeping characters level 1, which is a stupid concept in the first place. You can level up your vortex characters and you can get the orbs from them. I have a ton of orbs to get if that's the case, but I do have a little fear that Caleb will like revert the changes or something like that, and then now I've leveled up all my vortex characters and then I'm out of luck, right? Like that's like years of just collecting these characters that have been useful for me, and now they're all gone. But yeah, I am happy about there's no combo aspect is what it seems, which I think was an issue with the current Guild Quest mode. And then another aspect of the current Guild Quest system that I wasn't too big of a fan of was the bonus units feature. And that basically, well, actually, for this, we don't really know. It doesn't really say anything about bonus units. It mostly just says, like, choose your characters, like the choice of your characters will be very important. And, there'll be this killer rules, and like the rules will change weekly. So just based on this, it seems that um, they won't be specific bonus units like what I'm imagining. It'll be like Senkaimon. Senkaimon doesn't have bonus units. They have rules, and there are characters that fulfill those rules. So it feels like you will be given free choice on what characters you can bring along with you. And as long as you're trying to fulfill as many rules as possible to do as much damage as possible, which subsequently will get you the highest score possible. But um there's no mention of like bonus characters or not, so I'm assuming it's open. It's You can choose whatever characters you want, as long as it's match and you're trying to match up with the rules to do as much damage. And I do prefer that, because at least like with the current system, you're incentivized to pull for new characters because they're going to be bonus, and oftentimes they're pretty useful to have. I feel like sometimes they just make it like specifically that way, like it's useful to have this bonus, and if you don't, you're going to get a lower score, you're going to clear slower. um, but like with this current system, you don't really have to worry about that anymore. I mean, I guess you can. They might make really specific rules like Senkaimon. Like, I don't know, this remains to be seen, and I hope this is not the case. But just think of how cancerous some Senkaimon floors were, like hollow affiliation only, or Arankar affiliation only, something like that. They could very well limit guild quests, the new guild quests, by doing stuff like that. And I think a lot of people will be upset, and they'll say we like the old mode better, maybe because you might not even have those affiliated characters, and then you can't even run the quest. I don't know. I really don't know how far they could go with like the rule system, but I feel like it's going to be more akin to like Senkaimon than um, what we currently have. Maybe not, because it seems like it's open to all characters. It's not like a bonus system based. But yeah, like I said, I like that it is open, because there's less incentive to pull on like every banner to try and get like the newer units. If there's no combo, you don't have to worry about the combo units. So I do like that. It kind of sucked when you wouldn't pull like the new characters and their bonus, and you're missing out. Everyone else has the bonus. And then there's also times where you pulled the new character and you're waiting for them to be bonus, but KLab doesn't put them. Like literally months go by and the character is not featured as a bonus unit yet. I really don't understand what their decision making is on like in certain aspects like that. It's just weird. But yeah, overall, I don't know. I'll reserve my final judgment on like this mode when it officially comes out. But right now, mixed feelings. Like I said before, just based on this, like enemies come in waves, and once you've defeated them, the next wave will appear. There are 5 waves. You have a minute to do it. It seems like they've really just killed the current mode and turned it into like a brainless, wave survival based mode. You're just gonna like literally a minute is so short, right? You're just gonna go in here, bring your whatever Havoc, full screen SA3 character, and just you press one button and it's going to kill the wave. Next wave comes. You're just going to repeat the same thing 5 times, and that's your run. I don't know. It seems pretty brainless, pretty simple. Like there's no thought process like involved in this mode. If anything, like with the current Guild Quest mode, for all its faults, the thing that I liked most about it is that it forced you to be creative and really think about how you want to use your strong attacks and how you're going to clear certain rooms. Do I use my SA1 here? Will it be ready for the next room? Or, is it better if I use my NAD here and I save my SA1 for this wave? Or, if I use my SA3 here, will I be able to clear the room, the 3 rooms away? Or, will it be ready? Blah, blah, blah. Like those kind of things. And even like positioning and aiming your strong attacks and stuff. I really like that aspect of the current Guild Quest mode. It forced you to think and be creative and actually put a little bit of time and effort into the mode. And I like that about that. Like for all its faults with combo and everything else, and just like the general like annoyances with Guild Quest. I like that it forced me to actually think and be creative, and come up with these maps that I felt proud of. It's like, oh, everything like came together perfectly. My strong attack just came off cooldown as I entered the room. Like my timing was good, that kind of thing. I like that aspect, and I feel like with this, that's completely gone. And there's no other mode in this game that has that kind of level of creativity and thought required for it, because everything else is really in this mode really just brainless and really really easy. So I don't know, for me, I feel like for a lot of people, they don't see it as how I see it. They were never as like competitive, or they just wanted to run the guild quest, get their rewards, and they're out. But or they just never wanted to spend as much time on the mode in and of itself. But maybe for other people who were competitive as me, or maybe they felt the same way, let me know in the comments if you guys see that, like, get what I'm trying to say. Basically, if what I'm saying, if that like resonates with you, and you're like, yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying. Guild Quest, for all its faults, despite that, it still required you to be creative and think, and put some kind of like thought process into what you're doing. You couldn't just spam a strong attack and get on with it, right? And now that's kind of gone. So I don't know, I don't really like that aspect of it. I think that's kind of sad, and it's one of the things that I really enjoyed about this game that I didn't I don't know, I didn't find in any other game mode. So that's a bit disappointing, but like I said, I will reserve my final judgment until this revamp comes out, because this is just first impressions on a couple lines of text. It's not really fair for me to fully write off like this until it's out. So we'll have to see when it comes out. But I don't know, I could keep going on talking about this forever, I feel, but the recording's getting a bit long, so I think I'll close it off here. Overall, like I said, mixed feelings. We'll have to see. Just based on what we know now, I feel the new mode is kind of just seems really simple and straightforward. You're just gonna spam your strong attacks and you're done with it. I think maybe that's good for the majority of the player base. A lot of people might just prefer that. Maybe the current Guild Quest model was not for them. They didn't like to spend the time in it, or try to clear or whatever. They didn't like the competitive aspect of it. I understand it's not for everyone, but I guess for the people that did see the current mode in the way that I do, maybe they feel the same way. They're gonna miss that bit of like competitiveness and bit of creativity involved. But anyway, that remains to be seen, like I said. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, how you feel about this. Hopefully I can get opinions from both the competitive and community, and people that are a bit more casual with Guild Quest. But we'll see what this update is like, and we'll go from there. So we'll reserve our judgment for then. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to join the Discord, link is in the description, and that's pretty much it. So I'll talk to you all later.